Hi everyone, today I would like to talk about something that gives every nation a voice, our democratic right to vote. Voting is more than just marking an X on a ballot paper. It is a symbol of freedom, equality and responsibility. When we vote, we are not only choosing a leaders, we are shaping the direction of our nation. Through voting, Malaysians can exercise their constitutional right and take part in the democratic process that defines who we are as country. Democracy gives power to the people. It ensures that every citizen, regardless of background, race or status, has an in how the country is governed. When we cast our vote, we are expressing our hopes, beliefs and vision for Malaysia's future. It is our opportunity to make sure that our voices are heard and that our leaders are accountable to us, the people. Unfortunately, some people take this right for granted. They think one vote doesn't matter, but imagine if everyone thought that way, our democracy would weaken. Every single vote counts. Every vote represents a citizen who cares about the nation's future. Change begins when individuals decide to take responsibility and participate actively in the system that governs them. By voting, we also show some respect for those who fought for our independence and for change the right we enjoy today. They struggled so that we could live in a country where every citizen has a say. To ignore our right to vote is to ignore their sacrifice and the progress we've made as a democratic nation. Democracy works best when people are informed, engaged and united, so it is important for us to understand the issues, learn about the candidates and vote wisely. Let us encourage our family, friends and communities to do the same. Together, we can build a Malaysia that reflects the voice of its people, a Malaysia that values justice, equality and freedom. In conclusion, voting is not just a right, it is a responsibility. It empowers us to shape our future and ensure that government represents the will of the people. So, when the election day comes, let's remember, our vote is our voice. Let's use it wisely. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Ahmad EZAHAN bin Muhammad KASIM. Today, I would like to talk about something very important, the voice of the people, especially in the context of Malaysia Madani. As we know, Malaysia Madani represents a vision for a nation that is sustainable, compassionate, respectful, innovative, prosperous, and full of trust. But how can these visions become a reality? It begins when every citizen uses their voice, and the most powerful way to do that is through a voting. For the main point, the people voice in a Madani nations. In Malaysia Madani, the government emphasizes the principle of Daya Cipta Rakyat, the creativity and the contribution of the people. Voting gives Malaysians the opportunity to express their opinions, needs and concerns peacefully. It's not just about choosing leaders, it's about shaping the kind of Malaysia we want to live in. When citizens cast their votes, they are saying, we want a fair and just Malaysia. We want a leader who cares for the environment. We want equality and unity for all races. This is how the Madani spirits built on values like respect and compassion truly come alive. For the main point too, voting is a peaceful expression of democracy. Voting is also a peaceful way to influence government policies and decisions. Malaysia Madani encourages a democratic environment where people can speak out without fear. Instead of anger or chaos, we use ballots, not violence, to make a change. Every time we vote, we send a message to our leader that the Rakyat voice matters. And when the government listens, policies become more inclusive and reflective of our shared value. This is how democracy and harmony can coexist. When citizens and leaders communicate through trust and participators. For the main point 3, strengthening the Madani version. Malaysia Madani cannot succeed without the active involvement of the people. Every citizen has a role, whether young or old, urban or rural. By voting, we strengthen transparencies, justice, and sustainability. It shows that we are not just about ourselves, but about the nation of our nation. When Malaysia vote responsible, we help create a government that truly represents the values of Madani, a government by the people and for the people. For the conclusions, the voice of the people is the soul of Malaysia Madani. Through voting, we turn our hopes into actions and our belief into policies. It's more than a civic duty, it's a symbol of unity, peace and progress. So, when election day comes, let's remember, our votes are not just marks on paper, they are the voice of nations striving for a better, fairer and more compassionate Malaysia. So together, let's build the Malaysia Madani we all dreams. So that's all from me and thank you.
Good morning everyone. Today, I would like to talk about something that holds great power in shaping our nation's future, which is voting, and more importantly, choosing our leaders wisely. Voting is not just about marking an X on a ballot paper, it is the voice of the people, your voice, my voice, and the voice of every Malaysian who dreams of a better tomorrow. In a democratic country like Malaysia, voting gives us the power to decide who will represent us, make laws for us, and lead our nation toward progress. However, many people take voting lightly. Some vote without knowing the candidates, others choose leaders based on popularity, race, or promises that sound sweet but lack substance. This is dangerous because when we vote carelessly, we may end up with leaders who misuse their power or ignore the needs of the people. That is why we must choose our leaders wisely. A wise leader is not just someone who can talk well or make big promises. A wise leader is honest, responsible, and committed to serving the people. They care about education, healthcare, economic stability, and the unity of all Malaysians, regardless of race or religion. Before we vote, we should take time to research each candidate. What have they done for the community? Do they have a history of helping others? Or are their values aligned with fairness, justice, and integrity? When we ask this question, we become responsible voters who truly understand the power of our choices. Remember, every vote counts. Some people say, my one vote won't change anything. But that is not true. Many elections in history have been decided by a small number of votes. Your vote could be the one that makes differences. When we vote wisely, we help build a government and listen to the people and fight corruption and ensure the Malaysia continues to grow peacefully and fairly. We are not just voting for today, we are voting for the future and for our children, our families, and our beloved nation. So, in conclusion, voting is both a right and responsibility. It is a chance for us to shape the Malaysia we want to live in. So, when the time comes, go out and vote. But vote with your mind, your heart, and your conscience. Choose leaders who will lead with integrity, and together we can create a better Malaysia for all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm THIVYAA Kumar. Before I start, let's think about this is what happens if our leaders can do anything they want and nobody question them. That's when things start to go right. That's why voting is so powerful. It's not just about choosing who we like. It's about making sure our leaders stay responsible. For my part today, I'll be talking about accountability of government, which simply means keeping our leaders honest and answerable to the people. In a Malaysia Madani society, that's one of the most important values power in the hand of the people. Voting actually keeps the government on their toes. When leaders know that people are watching and will vote again in the next election, they more likely to do their job well. If they don't perform or they misuse their power, the people can vote them out. So voting gives us the control to decide who stays and who goes. It's like giving a performance review. If they do well, we keep them. If not, we replace them. Let's say the government promises to improve education or healthcare. After some time, we look around and see did they really make things better? If yes, we can support them again. But if they just make promises and don't do anything, we can change them in the next election. That's how accountability works. It's not about complaining, it's using our vote wisely to send a message. Do your job properly or we will choose someone else. Now, this is really connect with Malaysia Madani because one of the main values is good governance. That means leaders should be honest, transparent and responsible. When we vote, we are practicing those values too. We are showing that we care about integrity and fairness. It's not just about politics, it's about making sure our country led by people who truly serve the people, not themselves. So, to wrap up, voting is not only our right, it's our power. It keeps our leaders accountable to remind them that their job is to serve the people. If we are taking voting seriously, we can build a stronger, fairer and more transparent Malaysia. It's a true Malaysia Madani.
Why voting is important to Malaysia? Before that, let me ask you one simple question. Do you guys know when the first election happened in Malaysia? It happened in 1955 before Malaysia became an independent country. That shows how important voting has always been in shaping our national history. But today, many young Malaysians doesn't realize how powerful their voice are. Some say, my one vote won't change anything. But the truth is, it can and it always has. Each time we vote, we decide what kind of future we want for our country. Our vote will determine who will lead us, what policy will be made for our country, and how Malaysia will be grown in the future. From education to healthcare, from job opportunity to environmental protection, everything is influenced by our voting that we make during election. When young people choose to vote, we not just think about, but we choosing our future, we choosing our progress, and we choosing our hope. But when we still silent, we let others decide for our future. As a Malaysian citizen, we should never take a right for granted. Voting is not just responsibility, it's our power, our voice, and our chance to build the Malaysian we dream of. So guys, the future is in our hand, and it starts with one simple act: voting.
Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad HAIQAL bin RADI. Today, I would like to talk about how voting encourages civic responsibility and also why it plays such an important role in shaping our community and also our nation. Voting is one of the most powerful tools that citizens have in democracy. It allows us to express our opinions, choose and also our leaders and influence the direction of our country. But beyond that, voting also reflects something much deeper, and it shows that we care, and also it shows that we are not just bystanders but active members of society who are willing to take responsibility for the future and also for our nation. When we vote, we demonstrate concern for our communities and also well-being. We care about issues like education, healthcare, jobs, safety, and also the environment. Each vote represents a person's belief in progress and also improvement. It is an act of hope that things can get better when we all play our part. Civic responsibility means being involved in the life of our society. It means understanding that our actions, big or small, affect the people around us. Voting is one of the clearest examples of the responsibility. When citizens come together during an election, it creates a sense of a unity, and everyone, regardless of background or status, has the same opportunity to make their voice heard. It reminds us that we are all equal under one nation. A country becomes truly democratic only when its people participate in the decision-making process. When voter turnout is high, it shows the citizens are engaged, informed, and also invested in their country's progress. On the other hand, when people choose not to vote, they give up their chance to influence policies that affect their lives. This can weaken the connection between the people and also the government. Let's also think about what happens when we don't vote. By staying silent, we allow others to decide for us. We lose the right to complain about poor leadership or also policies we disagree with. That's why participating in election is so important. It gives us the power to shape the nation directions, and also to hold leaders accountable. Important values such as responsibility, respect, and unity. It encourages us to learn more about current issues, to listen to different opinions, and also to make informed choices. It brings communities together through discussion and debate, helping us to understand one another better. This process strengthens the social fabric of a nation. In short, voting is more than just marking a paper or pressing a button. It is an expression of our civic duty, our love for our country, and also our commitment to be the common good. Each good contributes to building a stronger, fairer, and also more united nation.